Something that's important to note is freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is legalized in all 197 countries in the world, right? So if I or anybody else says something to whatever person and they don't like it, they have to walk away and accept it. You can't fucking call police, you can't say anything about anybody saying whatever they say, no matter how hateful it is, about whatever organization, no matter how racist it is or whatever. Freedom of speech is a law that allows police officers to even talk to a person and invade their privacy, you know what I mean? They're still invading privacy is funny, right? But freedom of speech is a law worldwide, meaning that any person can say to anybody in public whatever the fuck they want, you know what I mean? As long as they're not walking up to them and invading their privacy, you know what I mean? Yeah, even that's debatable, considering how many people do invade privacy and still get away with it. Are you invading somebody's privacy in a different kind of a way? Are you hacking into their computer and learning information about them that you don't need to? That's really an invasion of privacy, I guess, Doing surveillance on them when you don't need to, that's really an invasion of privacy. You know what I mean? Freedom of speech is a whole other thing. Yeah, you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want, If you're saying something through text message, you're not even saying something to somebody's face, person to person, well, that's a whole other kind of freedom of speech that's completely acceptable, especially if caused by alcohol, you know what I mean? So freedom of speech, me making videos about whatever my opinion is, well, sorry, you don't gotta look at it. I didn't say it to you face to face, although my face is on a fucking camera talking to you. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. Freedom of speech is a law that affects 197 countries in the world. I can say through my mouth whatever the fuck I want to say. It doesn't matter how hateful it is to any specific person. It doesn't matter how racist it is. It doesn't matter how angry I sound. It doesn't matter at all. Who the fuck cares, actually? You can walk away. You can press the pause button. You can give up on the play button. You don't have to listen to me. It's funny how you still will, though, because I'm that Hollywood star, and it's almost sad how I gotta say stuff like this. But this is the way I gotta get a fucking government paycheck, In a world where people born before 1985 don't necessarily know how to make a policy. Eventually that many people my age riot. Worse than George Floyd, and then, that's how much public property they ruined in front of grandma and grandpa. They remember them when they died, they could have made a fucking policy that people born from the year 1950 to 1985, they're not quite sure about making a policy that's acceptable for all humans. They might violate your human rights on planet Earth, so. Oh well. Freedom of speech.